हरे कृष्ण ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। शृण्वतां सकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृद्यन्तस्थो यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां। जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात देशतारिणे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in story form, chapter 143. Summary description of Lord Krishna's pastimes. Canto 10. Lord Krishna's queens at Dwarka always appeared to be in the prime of their youth, not more than 16 to 20 years old. They were often seen on the roofs of their palaces playing ball, singing or dancing, and the sight of them was dazzling. On the palace grounds there were clear ponds adorned with lotus flowers and flocks of pleasantly singing birds. Sometimes Lord Krishna would enter these ponds along with his wives so that he could enjoy his pastimes of conjugal love. In that festive atmosphere, the Gandharvas would provide musical accompaniment, creating a nice background for the Lord's jubilant play. Krishna's wives would laugh as they sprayed water on him with syringe like instruments, and the Lord would respond by spraying water on them. At this time, the beauty of the queen's breasts and thighs would increase 1,000-fold as their long hair loosened and fell down to decorate these parts of their bodies. When Krishna seemingly harassed the queens, they would come close on the plea of grabbing his syringe. This would give Krishna and his queens an opportunity to embrace one another, and the red kumkumo from their breasts would adorn his chest. At this time, the faces of the queens would blossom with beaming smiles, giving them a resplendent beauty. Being engaged in this way, the queens would completely forget themselves, for their absorption in the play was complete. After coming out of the water, Lord Krishna and his queens would give their valuable wet garments in charity to the musicians, for this was their means of livelihood. In this way, Lord Krishna would sport with his queens, totally captivating their hearts with his gestures, talks, glances, and smiles, as well as his jokes, playful exchanges, and embraces. Being so absorbed in Krishna, the queens would sometimes speak as if insane. Actually, they were in such an intense state of ecstasy that they saw their own mood reflected in everyone and everything else. The queens said, O Kurari bird, why are you lamenting? Somewhere the Lord is asleep in a hidden place, but you are aware like us, unable to sleep. Is it that your heart has also been pierced to the core by the lotus-eyed Lord's munificent yet playful smiling glances? O respected cloud, like us are you bound by love to Krishna and thus always meditating upon him, being distraught by great eagerness as our hearts are you shedding torrents of tears while remembering him? Oh, association with Krishna brings such misery. O magnanimous mountain, you neither move nor speak. You must be pondering some very grave matter of great importance. Or, like us, do you desire to hold on your breasts the lotus feet of Vasudeva's son? O rivers, you have dried up, and your wealth of lotus flowers has vanished. Are you like us, withering away because of not receiving the affectionate glances of our dear husband, the Lord of Madhu, who has cheated our hearts? By speaking and acting with such ecstatic love for Krishna, his loving wives attained the ultimate goal of life. Among Lord Krishna's sons, 18 were Maharathas. Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Diptiman, Bhanu, Samba, Madhu, Brihadbhanu, Chitrabhanu, Vrika, Aruna, Puskara, Vedavahu, Shrutadeva, Sunandana, Chitravahu, अच्छा चित्रभानु चित्रबाहु चित्रभानु ब्रिक अरुण पुष्कर वेदबाहु श्रुतदेव सुनंदन चित्रबाहु विरूप कवि and Nyagrodha. Of these, Pradyumna was the foremost, and he was just like his father. Pradyumna married Rukmi's daughter Rukmavati, and their son was Aniruddha. Aniruddha married Rukmi's son's daughter Rochana, and from her was born Vajra, who was one of the few survivors after the destruction of the Yadu dynasty. Vajra's son was Pratibahu, and his son was Subahu. Subahu's son was Santasena, and his son was Satasena. It is said that the Yadu family employed 38.8 million teachers to educate their children. King Ugrasena is said to have had 30,000 billion personal bodyguards, say the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, or perhaps 10 million billion according to Srila Prabhupada. The savage descendants of Diti that had been killed in past ages in battles between the demigods and demons took birth among the human beings and arrogantly harassed the general populace. To subdue these demons, the Supreme Lord ordered the demigods to descend into the Yadu dynasty, and they did so, comprising 101 clans. The Vrishnis were so absorbed in Krishna consciousness that they forgot their own bodies while sleeping, sitting, walking, conversing, playing, bathing, and so on. To protect the principles of devotional service to himself, Lord Krishna accepts the pastime forms that have been glorified here in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. One who desires to faithfully serve Lord Krishna's lotus feet should hear of the activities he performs in each of these incarnations, for such hearing destroys the reactions of fruitive work. By regularly hearing, chanting, and meditating on the beautiful topics of Lord Mukunda with ever increasing sincerity, a mortal being will attain the divine kingdom of the Lord, where death holds no sway. For this purpose, many persons, including great kings, abandoned their mundane homes and went to the forest. Hare Krishna.